right, we'll get started in a couple seconds. Did you want to say anything before I dove in head first, Megan?
Not particularly. It's good to see
Okay.
so many faces here today.
Yeah, my partner in crime, Megan, we're actually both in North Carolina right now. I'm normally in Philadelphia, but I'm down here at my second home, probably about a half an hour drive uh, from Megan. So we're both right in the Research Triangle area. So, well, welcome to Lightning Talks. There's your drum roll, Ahmad. Um,
عوض أنا بختصر الكلام.
um, Lightning talks are talks that are on any topic. It doesn't have to be Wagtail specific. It doesn't have to be Django specific. It doesn't even have to be Python specific. That is less than 5 minutes. It can be as short as I've seen ones that are 30 seconds in the past. For example, I'm going to give one right now as part of my introduction. So Matt's talk kind of inspired me to talk about something I've been playing with, which is ParadeDB's PG Search. This is a extension for Postgres that you can install right now. I've used the internal TS vector search with Postgres for quite a few years and found a lot of shortcomings in it. One of the big problems we have with it is that, it would work just great for my blog, but we have several products, for example, our SEC filings product, that have documents that go into the megabytes of length. And what we found with the limitations that exist within TS Vector, we only end up searching between 20 and 30% of our total corpus because of the 16,383 token limit. There are several other limits within TS Vector that this overcomes. And the big new thing that PG Search is giving us with Postgres is it incorporates the same ranking algorithm that is used in Elasticsearch and OpenSearch, which is called the BM25 algorithm. It's also much faster. So some of the key features are it's 100% Postgres native with zero dependencies on an external search engine. So it's all within your Postgres cluster. It's built on top of TantaV, which is a Rust-based alternative to Lucene. For those of you that don't know what Lucene is, it's actually what sits underneath Elasticsearch and Solr before it. The query times over 1 million rows are 20 times faster compared to TS Query and TS Vector within Postgres. It's built in. There's support for fuzzy aggregations, highlighting, relevance tuning, all the things you'd expect from a modern text search. And again, the relevance scoring uses the BM25 algorithm, which is the same algorithm used by Elasticsearch. You also don't have to manually re-index anytime new data is added. It's automatically put into place. And if you take a look, here's some basic syntax of how to do searches within PG Search. As you can see, they're pretty they've taken pains to make sure that it feels like Postgres. So if you've ever used TS Vector or anything within Postgres, you'll see that this sort of syntax kind of falls in line. And you'll see that in addition to the results ranking 20 times faster, on 1 million rows, it indexes 50 times faster than TS Vector. And we've seen this to be true in our tests over SEC filings with millions of documents. So if anyone's interested, you can check out github.com/paradedb/paradedb, and PG Search is listed right in there as a subdirectory, and it gives you sort of instructions on how to install. One of the easiest ways is to use Pigsty. If you've never heard of Pigsty, it's kind of like pip for Postgres. It just pre-installs binaries from the Postgres extension ecosystem. So you can install Pigsty for your various Linux distribution and then just do pig install PG Search and then go ahead and create it. So it's still I'd call this very much a work in progress. We found a fair amount of issues with this, but ParadeDB has been very responsive to fix some of the issues we've had. So we're going to continue to play with it and see where it heads. Ta-da, that was my 3-minute lightning talk. So just as an example, you don't need to do any preparation for a lightning talk. You don't have to do a slide deck or anything like that. You can just bring up a couple tabs on a web page and talk about something you're excited about that you've been working on recently, and that's perfectly fine. So I will one last time put the sign up link into the chat, and if you've decided that you want to give something a go, like I just did, I'll put you at the end of the list. But without further ado, I don't see Brian on. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend Kenya, who's going to talk about how to help build the next DjangoCon. Please take it away, Kenya.
Thanks everybody. I do have a cute little, well, a tiny little slide deck. Let me see if I could get my technology to work. Not a big Zoom person. And I apologize, Graham is barking at Amazon. No, this is not what I wanted to square. One more thing here.
Don't worry, I won't start the clock ticking yet.
All right, I don't think I'm gonna have a slide deck, so I'm gonna just talk about what I need to talk about. My name is Kenya Phelps. Hello, everyone. I am going to talk about bringing DjangoCon to your city and volunteering for DjangoCon. I don't have I don't have a Wagtail lightning talk. It isn't about Wagtail, but I do want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. That's community and more specifically the Django community. So after chairing DjangoCon US 2025, I can tell you that DjangoCon just doesn't happen. It is built, it's cultivated, and curated by people just like us, folks on this call. Um, it isn't just a conference. I believe it's a celebration. It's a community celebration built by people who care deeply about open source and they also care about each other. So you can't stop me from talking about the Django community. So um, I want to just let folks know that it's built year after year by volunteers, people who raise their hands and say, what can I do to help? What do you need? So first off, volunteering, not to just, not only bringing the conference to your city, but volunteering. It's an extremely rewarding experience. I can say that because I volunteer quite a bit. Um, you don't need a decade's worth of experience. You don't need a fancy title, just a willingness to contribute, be kind and helpful. So some of the things you can get out of it is building leadership skills. So those soft skills that you might not get to practice every day. You can connect with other developers, like-minded people, speakers, and sponsors too, that you might not never have met otherwise. And honestly, you do make real friends, not just work friends. So for me, the volunteering turned into that conference that I attended one year, into the community that I belong to. And then that furthered my experience to, oh, I can help lead some things in the community. That's how I found mentors, collaborators, and just cheerleaders. And we all need cheerleaders, especially in this day and age. So I feel like whether you can help to review talks, run social media, organize sprints, welcome attendees, whatever's your jam, this is the place for you. Um, so now let's talk about hosting DjangoCon in your city. So we'd love to get some proposals to bring this energy and these folks to your town. I feel like hosting DjangoCon is a love letter to your city. I'm from Chicago, and I wanted to curate like the best experiences for my friends in Django. So I've gotten a lot of feedback that folks loved the things that I suggested, and it was, I love to have people that I respect and like being around in Chicago. So it was awesome. You get to show out off what makes your community uniquely you. So I did bring my little flavor to it. The people, the food, the skyline, the culture, the energy, everything. And when attendees experience the city through DjangoCon, they remember it. There's your city through DjangoCon, they will remember it. And I feel like the local communities get boosts, and companies get noticed, new voices get heard. And on top of that, you wouldn't be doing it alone. If you submit a proposal, DEFNA and other Django community, they will have your back every step of the way. Now, you need to submit the proposal, and then DEFNA and different entities would help you to refine that proposal. They'll help. You're not just going to be doing this on your own. So, what I would ask is, here's my challenge. Maybe you want to volunteer for the next DjangoCon, or maybe submitting that proposal to host in your city is something you're thinking about. Or maybe it's looking for a partner or someone to collaborate with to bring DjangoCon to your city. That what I'm hoping that you would think about doing that today. And just to leave with the DjangoCon is powered through people like us. I mean, every hour, every local organizer, every sleepless night, every idea. I think that's what keeps DjangoCon thriving 20 years later. So that is my lightning talk. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I did have a cute little slide deck, but it wouldn't work.
Well, thank you so much, Kenya. And as somebody who's hosted DjangoCon in Philly, as well as a couple Wagtail spaces, it's a topic near and dear to my heart. These things don't just happen if people from the community don't step up and help them happen. So a big thank you to all the Wagtail space volunteers this year as well, because doing it online has its own challenges as well. But yeah, a lot of us have gotten to be really good friends over the years because of these communities, and it's been a big part of my life. Next up, we have Aditya Srivastava talking about AI and robotics from science fiction to everyday reality. Please take it
Yeah,
away.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So, good morning. I'll just share up my screen. So, yeah, that's it. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are joining, guys. So, this is all wherever you are across the planet. Thanks for joining. Today, I invite you to fasten your digital seatbelts because we are about to take a whirlwind journey into the most exhilarating eras in the human history, the rise of AI and robotics. So, here we go. What actually is artificial intelligence? So, the artificial intelligence all about it is AI is just isn't about the clever code. It's machines that learn, reason, and solve the problems, almost as if giving the microchips a soul. So we are taking about computers that spot patterns, chat like humans, and even create art. AI's fingerprint are everywhere, everywhere, from your phone's assistant to the systems shaping the business and the medicine. Next, we move on to the evolution of the robotics. So, robots started as a glorified screwdrivers, just tightening bolt in factories. But with the clever AI, today's bots can handle the surgery, can help in the disaster zones, and even team up with the humans. Imagine working with a teammate who never drops the wheel. That's the new wave of robotics for you. practical applications, I've got some of the video clips for you, which I'll be showing it out in the end. So now AI and robotics are in the hospitals, in the transportation, in the manufacturing part, and in the manufacturing part, and then in the consumer part as well. So that is all about. Then we come to the opportunities and the challenges. The most important thing, the upside. Massive productivity. If you talk about the upside, so the massive productivity, the new industries and jobs that didn't exist a decade ago. But here's the catch. Here's the catch, the shift in the employment, the ethical dilemmas, and the tricky questions about the fairness and privacy. It's a double-edged sword, and everyone's got the skin in the game. So the impact is on the job displacement, where it's causing the decline in jobs. It's also creating a new jobs, like the ones which are using the AI and robotics as their to increase the efficiency in the work. They're up ahead in the game. Then if we talk about the ethics, so here where it gets the deep, AI can amplify bias if we are not careful, and its decisions should be explainable. Being accountable isn't an afterthought, it's the backbone responsible technology. AI, as we build these systems, let's ensure they work for everyone, everywhere. Then this video. Then we have this video. She has a breathtaking robotic movement. This woman just stood up and walked again with a robotic exoskeleton. So I'll just present it. She's a paralyzed woman, and there are around 10,000 users who are struggling with this, and robotics has made it easy. You just watch it.
Okay, there, yeah, so, you know, you feel that's all that I did.
Then, if we talk about the Neuralink participant controlling the robotic arm, only using his thoughts, he's just only using his thoughts, and you see, he's just sipping up at the juice and the coffee, just only using his thoughts. So that's one another thing. Next, we come to the artificial intelligent robots are like evolving to look remarkably like a humans. You see the faces, see. And it's a skid eye robot. It's built a robot brain that nothing can stop. It has the like the ability, the adaptability. It has like it can feel whether a push or a force. It can like adapt to it. Just see. It's a broken knee, doesn't matter. It will adapt to it. Then it's like a first VR here held in the first VR the robotic fight, first VR robotic fight held in the San Francisco. This is it. Just a glimpse of it. If we move forward, then we have a bionic hand with a brain. So not only it can crawl on its own, but easily can handle the daily life needs. Then we have the Elon Musk showcasing the Optimus 2.5 to the National Media Office. And then about the Optimus Prime. So here it was found doing kung fu in front of the Jared Leto during a red carpet premiere. You see, right in front of the Jared Leto. This is the same Optimus Prime which Elon Musk presented in front of the Abdullah. Okay, so since we are running short of time, so I was given a 5 minute slot, so I've taken a much more. So to increase the productivity, we have a lot many AI tools like for writing, we have Grammarly, ChatGPT, Content Up, a accent framework, we have a lot many things. Then for the productivity part, we have Nuta, Otter, Notion, and a lot many things like that. For any purpose, we have another for marketing, for the AI agent, we have Grok, Perplexity. Perplexity is the one like I personally feel like it's a very useful tool, and Microsoft Copilot as well for the productivity part. Then this is the new figure that is coming to be released tomorrow. That is 10th of September, sorry, 10th of October. It will be releasing. So it's a misprint here. Sorry for that.
All right, those were pretty interesting demonstrations.
So yeah, concluding it. So yeah, thank you. To close, the AI and robotics aren't just changing the technology, they are changing us. Let's steer this revolution with wisdom, courage, and the global teamwork. Here's to a future that's not just automated, but enlightened. And thank you all for plugging in from around the globe and sticking around the questions. And as we say, in Britain, cheerio, or in the US, see you next time. Thank you very much. And with a quote, like AI powered exoskeletons help the paralyzed walk, bionic hands exceed the natural ability, and robots can now think on their feet. Sometimes, literally watching these breakthroughs, it's clear the line between the science fiction and science fact is nearly erased. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Next up, we have Cohen Vanderkamp with Exact Crop. Please, Cohen, take it away when you're ready.
I think you're muted, Kuhn.
Thanks. I think I have to even restart to give access to Zoom to share my screen. Let me try.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, we can certainly keep people entertained if you need to pop in and out. The joys of a Mac.
Absolutely. I like how it makes you do it like 3 times for the different accesses.
Oh, Persephone wants a
It's gotten a
joke.
little better.
I
Oh
mean,
boy.
my most common joke is when I introduce my name, which is hello everybody, my name is Megan. It's a Irish name. It means I burn in the shade.
I have to think of one that won't violate the code of conduct.
Oh, Tim. So saucy. So saucy, Tim. So saucy.
Hey, Megan, did you know
yeah.
that the first French fry wasn't actually cooked in France?
Oh.
Turns out it was cooked in Greece.
Ho, 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 ho. All right, Kuhn is back, y'all.
Please save them from our sense of humor. Take it away, Cohen.
I hope you can all see my screen, and I'm terrible at this because now this nice bar is over my content. Whatever. Let's do it. So my lightning talk is about exact crop. And normally you've got the focal point. I'm not sure how I can minimize you all, whatever. So normally you've got the focal point, and if you don't set it, you get something like this, and then it just centers the crop. And if you save the focal point, you say like, okay, the tower needs to be in focus. Then you can reload this, and it does its best, but it might still not be ideal. So one of the problems, and we get this feedback often, is that people think this is an exact crop and they don't understand that it's only a suggestion and they will want more control. One problem with the focal area is also that it doesn't give direct feedback about the exact frame that will be cropped. So with exact crop, I made this widget, and you can just decide yourself how you want to crop this, and also toggle some guides and put that in the center. And maybe I want a little bit more space around it, like that. And I can do that for every image, every rendition that I want to have. So maybe this. And also there, maybe the rule first apply here, and I want to have the tower exactly there. And this is probably a header image or something. And also here, I want a little bit more control how it's shown. So maybe a bit more like that. And I can imagine that I even bring this further with maybe an avatar where you have a circle or whatever. But now I can save this. And this was the focal point. This is the exact crop without anything applied yet. But if I reload this, then they are dead center and all nicely cropped like I specified them. So to have the widget know which crops to make, and also the templates, I define the crop sizes in my settings. So they are named now, and they have a width and a height. And I also have the Wagtail exact image crop widgets, because sometimes some images have the same ratio, and then they can be presented as a single crop widget. So here you can name the widget and give them a description, and also say to which presets they apply. So the list image small and the list image medium is actually one list image widget, but it creates two renditions. And in the template, it looks like this. It's exact crop and then the name of the crop. So yeah, I think that's it. It's currently a work in progress. I still have the JSON with the data in plain sight, so I have to hide that. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna remove the focal area or not. Maybe some sites need both. I probably like to have a lock on this, because if you accidentally move this, then yeah, you can go back to what it was. But it's maybe better that you on scroll not accidentally change the crop. So probably a lock and then unlock to change the exact crop. And some polishing, some tests, some documentation, stuff like that. And then it's ready as a package. So this was my presentation.
Fantastic, thank you. That looks incredible. We had one question pop up and I think I know the answer, but I'll let you answer. Is this open source and available?
And not yet. It's on my local machine at the moment.
So
But
give you 2 to 3 hours.
yeah, no, I'm not sure yet. It's a side project at the moment, and I hope that I will can package it any time. But yeah, I have to get around to doing that.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
We had two other people sign up to give lightning talks, but I don't see them here. So I think that may wrap us up, unless anybody wants to give a last second, take the floor for a last second lightning talk off the top of your head. Otherwise, we can move on to social time.